Well, hey there, all you property preservation maniacs. How's it going? It's Chuck Taylor with the Taylor Shop, coming at you again with another vlog. I know it's been a while, but a lot of things been going on with the Taylor Shop, and I thought I'd bring you up to speed with what's been happening. For starters, we moved. We not only moved our home where we live, but we also moved the Taylor Shop offices into a much bigger office because we are growing and expanding. Hence, you have to move into a bigger place to accommodate the growth. So nonetheless, for the entire month of September, we were moving, and it's been quite busy and a little bit chaotic, but we are always, as always, full tilt boogie. So I'll put it to you this way: even we've moved a couple times since we started this business, and let me tell you, we become ninja level movers. Whereas we move the office, yet not a day gets missed with processing. Because remember, we process 7 days a week. So we're able to move this operation without even skipping a beat, without even missing any time. Not one order got missed during the move. Hell, most guys didn't even know we moved until I gave them the new address. So nonetheless, the Taylor Shop is, as always, full tilt boogie and moving forward. Now, we do have some updates. It's been a long time coming. As you know, we've been in business for over 11 years. With that being said, there's a lot of contractors out there, and there's a lot of, well, we'll say there's a lot of good, honest, straightforward contractors. And then there are the ones that are the exact polar opposite of that, who, regardless of how long they've been in the industry, think they know everything and are not willing to, although I explain it to them and express it intensely, the willingness to listen and change. And a lot of guys in the beginning are all about it, but then again, in the end, that's not what they're looking for. In the end, they're looking for cheap updates. And that's just not what we do. We don't do a cheap update. We do the highest quality update there is. Now, we have a lot of problems with guys that we have because we have to send orders back because they don't provide all the information. Hence, not listening and not changing. We can't control that. Our clients, and specifically the servicing companies out there that we process orders for, have a certain expectation from the Taylor Shop because they know we're the best. They know we provide the perfect update, hands down. Now, if you can't get it together to the point where you can provide all the information the first time, and so that we could process the order completely and submit it and move on, if you're not willing to listen and change, there's not much we can do to help you. There really isn't. If you are absolutely not serious about property preservation, if you're not serious about quality, that's a big one. Quality. I've been in the field. I've spent years in the field. I'm currently sort of in the field now, just a little bit, helping a friend out. And I see the kind of work that's being done out there currently. And the only thing I could say is it's shit. How what blows my mind? I wonder how you can screw up a trash out. How can you not trash out a house properly? When I go to properties and check them, I tell people, well, this is 99% cleaned out because they didn't open up all the cabinets. They left piles of stuff here. Didn't sweep the floor, didn't do anything. If there's a deck of cards and there's cards laying around, you have to pick those up. If there's trash and debris on the floor, that's part of the trash out. You have to remove that stuff. So, yeah, the quality of work I've seen, and mind you, I'm just circling Cleveland, but nonetheless, it's absolute garbage. And in fact, it's making me want to set up some crews and get back out in the field because I know for a fact that with my guidance and my expertise, I could dominate the P&P in Cleveland. because it's all about efficiency and it's about getting the job done correctly. And boy, oh boy, do I see a lot of crap out there. We've had to make some policy changes here at the tailor shop. I fought these changes for years, well over a decade. So the reason for some of our changes is unfortunate because, like I've said, or like your mom has told you, one bad apple ruins the whole damn bunch. Well, I believe that to some degree, but I can tell you this, that it's been numerous bad contractors that have forced our hand into incorporate some new policies and requirements before starting it with a new contractor, that we didn't want to impose upon a new client. Now we have to. And I'm not going to go into specifics. If you guys are interested in our services, you're going to reach out to us and we'll explain it all to you. And you'll understand why we've had to make these changes that I have fought for over a decade. I've never wanted to do it. And because of many of the bad apples out there, and unfortunately there's a lot of them, I like dealing with professional businessmen, guys that can return a phone call, guys that can reply to an email. We work with guys that send us 30, 50 orders a day. Just one of the contractors. And I can get the owner of the company on the phone if I need to. Yet when I see smaller guys that have a mere pittance of that, they wonder why they don't have more work. Well, you got to answer your calls, you have to return calls, and most importantly, you have to be willing to listen and change. The one thing we're not changing is how we do things. That's never going to change. I'll take the Pepsi challenge, as I've said in the past, with anybody out there when it comes to this industry. In knowledge, the ability to process a work order, and the ability to know exactly what every single client out there, and by that I mean servicing company, where you get your work from, knows exactly what they want, and that's what we provide. And we have tremendous success stories, and we have a handful of failures. And I have to be honest, all the failures come down to like two things really. One, piss poor communication, which would explain why they don't have a lot of work, which would explain why they're not growing, because you have to be able to communicate with not only a company like us, but also your clients. A willingness not to listen and not to change, which is exactly the opposite of what we expect from you. Now, I'm not here to tell you I know everything about PMP, because I do. And I don't need to tell you that. Our reputation speaks for itself. We've been doing this a very long time. We take every client we have very seriously. We put a lot of effort and a lot of resources into every client we have. It's in our best interest, as well as yours, to, grow and expand. I'm not interested in guys sending 2 orders a day, 3 orders a day. You have to understand something. We're a fairly large processing company. We process hundreds of orders a day. I got to say, it's been extremely discouraging. This year alone has been pretty discouraging. There's just been a lot of guys out there that have proven why they're not bigger contractors. They've proven why their clients are lowering their volume, and in some cases letting them go. So if you're losing clients because you don't want to pick up the pace, work 7 days a week, start early, end late, the days are getting shorter, you got to figure out how to get more work done in a shorter amount of daylight hours. And if you can't figure that out, this is not the business for you. It's just not. This is a 7-day-a-week, you better bust your ass kind of business, because there are a lot of guys out there doing what you're doing. And there's new guys showing up every day. Because if you're complacent, if you're somewhat lazy, I can guarantee you there are 10 guys out there that are go-getters and willing to bust ass and be efficient and be creative in the field, and willing to listen to somebody like the tailor shop or the people at the tailor shop who have a tremendous amount of experience in the industry. I really just want to say that if you're serious, and by that I mean have working capital, the ability to pay your invoices, and the ability and the want and desire to grow your property preservation business, then please, by all means, call us. We can help you. I've turned numerous contractors into multi-millionaires just by them listening and adhering to our advice. If you want to not maximize your bid approvals, maximize your bids, maximize your profitability, I mean, but you would think that there are guys out, you're probably saying, Chuck, you're crazy. There's guys out there that don't think this way. I go, you'd be surprised, because we have had to cancel contracts on guys that just want to half-ass things. I mean, that's the only way we can describe it. I hate to use those words, but they want to half-ass things. They wonder, why are you sending this order back? It's just because it's missing these photos and it's missing, we need to close the order. We don't do that. How about you get the order right? Because again, the tailor shop has a reputation that I'm not going to tarnish because of your lack of desire to get the job done. This is not a complicated job. This is literally not brain surgery. You're changing locks, you're cleaning out houses, you're winterizing properties, you're cutting the grass, and you're taking photos and placing bids on issues at a property. Not even all the issues, the property preservation issues. It's just been unbelievable, the onslaught of unprofessionalism we've seen just this year alone. And in my opinion, it seems to be getting worse. I'm seeing a lot more low quality. I mean, I'd say poor quality, but I think it's even worse than poor. It's low quality workmanship out there. I mean, granted, again, how can you screw up a trash out? But you can, by not removing all the debris. Make sure you open the drawers and the cabinets and in the basement, pop open whatever thing you see, go in the attic, go in the crawl space. That's part of the job. But I see it now. Granted, I see a lot of great work. We see a ton of great work because those are guys that were willing to listen and change. And they want to make millions of dollars, and that's great. I like to see guys succeed, because if you're succeeding, we're succeeding right along with you. We're helping you succeed. That's the thing. I've said it a million times. It's a thankless business. The only thing that matters is the paycheck. You know that. If you're in this business, you know that. How many times I've said it in my sales calls. How many times your client called you and said, hey, thanks for knocking out 20 orders yesterday? Never. You could have 25 orders and do 24, and one of them's late. They're going to call you on that late one. They don't care about the 24 you did on time or at all. They care about the late one you have, and they'll hound you for it. You have to get organized. We help you. You have to become efficient. We're masters at that. You have to be the best you can be. We can guide you and make you the best contractor in your area, certainly in property preservation. Again, the key word is a willingness to listen and change. Let me say it into the microphone a little. A willingness to listen and change. We are only here to help. We are not here to hurt you. We have over, oh my goodness, 40 years of combined property preservation knowledge in one office. I think you can trust us. Oh, did I mention our reputation is awesome? Yeah. And the guys out there that might say, oh, yeah, I work with them and they send orders back and stuff. We do. We have to. You know why we have to send an order back? Because you didn't provide all the information. That's why. Yeah. We're very simple. We just, you send us the information, we process it. It's you know it's done correctly, it's done right, and we move on to the next order. But I have guys that want to play ping pong with orders, and you ask them 5 questions and they answer 1 question, and then you got to send back the 4 questions, and then they send back 1 more, and then you got to send back 3, and they wonder why the order is ping ponging back and forth. It's because whoever is receiving the order just can't follow simple instructions. And if you have a person like that on your crew or in your team, you must get rid of them. because they are a poison. They are going to negatively affect your productivity. I don't care. If you have one guy in an area and he's an absolute screw up, you pull from the area until you find somebody that can get the job done. Because it's better to pull from an area. And I've said it, I'm the one that pioneers expansion for growth. Yes, that's the only way you're going to grow, is expand. If you think you're in a major metro and you're going to blow out in your major metro, it ain't going to happen. You got to expand. But if you have a guy not getting a job done, why keep having that negative impact on your productivity and your turnaround time? Ditch them until you find somebody that you can replace. And your scorecards will look better. Your overall productivity will be better. It's just that simple. I don't understand why guys think it's so complicated. And yeah, you don't want to give up an area, but do you want to keep, having the tailor shop sending an order back to a guy that just ain't getting it? It's just costing you in the end. I want to wrap this video up by saying, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you know we're still full tilt boogie as we always are. I'm going to be putting out more vlogs now that I got things a little bit unpacked and settled here. I just wanted to let you guys know we've had to unfortunately make a few not negative procedural changes and policy changes within the tailor shop, but they have been forced upon us by, unfortunately, the unprofessional and very immature and childlike contractors that, yes, are in this industry. You know them. You know they're out there. Hell, you might even be one. We always maintain our professionalism, and we're not afraid to answer a phone call or reply to an email. We don't hide. We're out in the open, and we're very easy to get a hold of. It's very hard to move a business when you're extremely busy, and the work is every single day. But we've done it 3 times since we've been in business, always moving to a bigger office to accommodate our growth. And if you're looking for profitable growth, if you're looking for the best, that's us. If you're looking for cheap, Bangladesh and India have you all ready. They'll gladly do a $5, maybe even cheaper update. Good luck with the communication. And from what I understand, those companies out there in the foreign lands, they always tell them, I always see their things that say they operate 24/7. 24/7. That's pretty amazing. However, the number one complaint I hear from contractors that use those foreign firms is they don't get the orders done in time, and they sit for days. Well, if you're running 24/7, why does that happen? We don't run 24/7 because you don't need to run 24/7 in this business. There's a little thing called real-time updating that we promote here at the tailor shop that benefits you, your client, and us. Go cheap. I have no shortage of guys interested in our service and interested in the best data processing in this industry. Consulting and training. We don't just data process. We do consulting. We train guys. We do it all. We're a one-stop shop. I don't know any other processing company that can say that and be able to back it up. And we've been able to do that for over 11 years now. If you're looking for the best partner you can have in this industry, give us a call. We'll answer the phone. And we'll help you make lots of money in a dirty, dirty business. See, we turn brown into green. Keep that in mind.